What's up, millionaires? It's your boy Millionaire E coming at you with a TV show review. Now, the TV show we're going to talk about is Cars on the Road. Now, before we get started, spoiler alerts for anyone who's not seen the episode yet. I don't want to spoil it for you. Now, let's get started, y'all. So, Cars on the Road is a story about Mater and Lightning McQueen, and they are both going on a road trip because they're trying to get to Mater's, sister's wedding. And I'm going to kind of tell you the story of the plot. The thing is that so, as I said, they're going on a road trip to Mater's sister's wedding. Now, of course, Mater is nervous to go, and that's why Lightning McQueen decides to go with him. Because he's like, that's my best friend, I'm gonna support him. Now, I'm gonna tell you some good things, and then some things that I was like, this could have been done better. So, the good things about it were, it's really a wholesome show, a wholesome, nice show about two buds going on a road trip. Like, they went on different places. They even give like nods to some of the horror movies and a nod to Mad Max. So that's really cool. And another thing is they add another character called Ivy, and Ivy's a monster truck, which got me thinking, y'all. So she's a monster truck, and if you don't know, monster trucks crush cars. And they show a scene where she's about to crush a car, but she decides to stop. Which makes me think, I'm like, okay, so are monster trucks like villains in the Cars world? And I mean, I know this is a kid show and I'm overthinking it, but I'm like, because monster trucks destroy cars, does that mean like they're villains and stuff? But there's that. So Ivy, she's a really cool character. She's funny, she's kind of wacky, she likes to dance a lot. I think it's funny when they first saw her, she was covered in ivy, which is hilarious. And another thing is the show kind of teaches you about basically, you got to know how to kind of your time is limited. So spend your time wisely with your friends. And it's a really life lesson because it's like as you see through the whole episode, Lightning McQueen is like, I can't wait to get to the wedding, and then we get on the plane. And he completely forgets about the time that he has with Mater, the fun that they're having on this road trip. And then basically at the end of the last episode, he basically is like, hey, you know what? Forget us going on the plane. Let's drive back and let's have another road trip, which is really cool. That's a really nice life lesson. We should spend our time wisely. Now, what leads into some of the things that I was just like, I don't know about is how the episodes were put together. And what I mean is they didn't feel really long, which means it didn't have a lot of depth because it was like there were 9 episodes basically. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the last episode is the episode where they go to Mater's sister's wedding. His sister's name is Mato. And what happens is if you didn't see, Mater has always been like he's like, oh my gosh, my sister, I'm super nervous. I get like weird around her. And we find out why it's because they're so competitive with each other. They both like to compete, and some are so they're Mater's like, why we always gotta compete and stuff. And this is his older sister, by the way. And I was just like, they could have just had it where, Tow Mater came from a rich family, but he was like, nah, I'm going to live on the earth, or I'm gonna go away from our riches and live independently. And his sister, still living in the rich, would kind of judge him. And then you kind of learn, oh, they kind of basically resolve that conflict. But instead, it was more of they're just both super competitive. And another thing is Mater and his sister Mato are not the same species of car. Mater is a tow truck, and his sister, like, I was sitting here like, wait, that's his sister? I thought it was his mother. His sister's a car, basically, like a very fancy car. And I'm sitting here like, wait, what? And then this also got me thinking. So, Cruz, if you don't know, Cruz is in the third movie, and she's basically like a racer. So she appeared in the show because her cousin is getting married to Mato. Cruz is a race car. It's like a very fancy car that looks similar to Lightning McQueen. Yet her cousin looks like a small car. So it's just like, I'm like, okay, I don't know how this all works. Now, another thing about it is it was a funny joke. I mean, it was kind of, but it was just like, is where Cruz was like, I'm overqualified, basically. Like, she's like, oh man, we need an officianary. Oh, I'm an officianary. Oh, we need a family therapist. I'm a family therapist. I'm a racer. I can officiate weddings. And I was just like, that's funny. It was funny, but other than that, I really like the show because it's like I would really like to have a time where you can go with your friends and we go on a road trip, basically. And you got your destination, but you're going seeing the biggest ball of twine, the biggest chair, and all those things. And it was fun to watch the show. And then there were funny scenes. And it was nice to see another Cars show, and it wasn't just like, oh hey, and it didn't seem like to me that they were beating a dead horse almost. And I'm not saying that like Disney is doing that. I mean, Disney's got a lot of good shows, but I was like, it was a really good show. So this show is on Disney Plus, and if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. And remember, y'all, like the video, share it with your family, and if you're subscribed, click that bell icon to be notified for more videos. And I'll see you on the next video, y'all. Bye, y'all. Have a blessed day, Mariners, and I'll see y'all later.